hearing is concerned, what we are being told is that the AG is arguing, saying dispute has given rise to a fundamental question as to whether a Deepathon exists at all, and the AG is also saying that writ petitioner must first establish the existence of Deepathon and also the need to light the Deepam on it as part of a customary practice. Those are the arguments in fact coming in this as the hearing is currently on the Tamil Nadu Deepam Row. Let's quickly go across to Purnima Murli, who is joining us live on the broadcast with more details. Purnima, first of all, the big question right now is that can in fact, Justice Swaminathan motion, as far as the impeachment motion is concerned, is it even justified, and can he be impeached for leaning in favor of status quo?
Well, the DMK has issued various videos, and they allege that the judge in question is leaning towards one particular community, and therefore it's not just in connection with Tirupurakundaram, but they say that they've also submitted a letter in August this year citing various speeches made by Justice, and they say that he's always leaned towards the right. That's something that's being alleged by the DMK, and they've shared videos of statements made by Justice Swaminathan. However, right now the Tirupurakundaram issue continues to escalate. The Tamil Nadu government had challenged the Madurai bench order allowing the petitioner to go and light the lamp at the Deepathon, which is 50 meters away from the Dargah. And right now the case is being heard. The AG in fact says that the fundamental question in this case is whether it's the real Deepathon. Interestingly, this comes a day after a 7-member ASI team had visited the site, inspected the Deepathon, and the government feels that it may not be the real Deepathon and it's being used for political reasons. So that's the argument that's being presented by the Tamil Nadu government, and also says that in order to maintain peace, judge should have considered the situation and should not have given that verdict. That's the argument underway, and order is likely to be expected after the hearing ends.
All right, let me take that forward with Ananya. Ananya, why is there now focus on establishing the existence of the Deepathon? This, when we all know that this is a ritual, a practice that's being followed for 400 years.
Well, absolutely, it's a practice that's been followed for years, but the real question, as the Advocate General of Tamil Nadu has been raising before the court, he's completely questioning that particular custom, and he goes on to say that, you know, though had there been a custom that was there for last 102 years, then things would have been different, the court could have said, but the court cannot exercise its powers under 226 and create a new custom for an old custom, is what in fact the Advocate General is saying. So the whole question is of the custom being followed and whether that custom actually existed prehistorically as well, and that is something, you know, that is being debated upon by the court. While the Tamil Nadu government says that it is in fact a political stunt that is being carried out, various petitioners are defending it, saying that, you know, it is in fact the real Deepathon, where in fact these lamps were actually lit, and that practice was discontinued in history. But now this whole matter has re-escalated, and not only that, it is not only escalated as far as this is concerned, but also an impeachment motion being moved in for G.S. Swaminathan, the single judge bench, which had actually allowed for the lighting of the lamp at the Deepathon there itself.
When it's known that what Justice Swaminathan has in fact gone ahead is only to lean in favor of status quo, is it fair to associate him with any kind of a political ideology when, say, orders after orders for decades have been in favor of lighting of the Deepam?
These are things for the politicians to decide, but at least as far as the legal bindings are concerned, there have to be a strong case as far as impeachment is concerned. Not merely moving an impeachment motion can actually, solve things up. If you see in the case of various other judges, if we see as far as the Allahabad High Court judge, or we have seen the case of Yashwant Verma as well, though Yashwant Verma's case seems to be a very, very different one, where the impeachment motion has been accepted, a committee has been formed, Allahabad High Court one is something that was to be decided by the Vice President, the then Vice President Deepathon, and a letter was also written to the then Chief Justice of India to halt their own proceedings so that the Parliament can actually carry on with it. But the new impeachment motion that is being brought in, whether or not that would have any effect is something that we'll have to wait and watch for. But the hearing before the Madras High Court still continues. We'll have to wait and watch. In fact, Akanksha, another petition has been, 2 petitions have been filed before. In fact, the Supreme Court as well, though they are still in defects. But these are petitions that have been filed by the Tamil Nadu the Madurai District Collector and the Madurai Police Commissioner as well, which are questioning that if at all this is allowed, there would be a law and order situation that could persist in the state and particularly in the Madurai city itself.
Absolutely. We'll have to see how this entire hearing at the Madras High Court today shapes up. And Ananya, many thanks to you for bringing us those inputs.